What's up, YouTube? This your boy Rashad here. I got some good news and I got some bad news. The title of this gonna be I don't know what it's gonna be, but good news. I mean bad news first. I'll do the bad news first. I got jumped today. True, no lie, but there's no marks on my face. Nothing. Good news is I'm okay. I got a little scratches on my arm or whatever. So yeah, like what the happened, right? Well, today I was Illinois, sitting at the place where I am now, and I heard something break. Sound like a window, whatever. So I'm like, man, went downstairs, whatever. Went outside, and I see a bunch of kids just running across the street. In Illinois, you cannot have a gun. Well, you can, but you can't carry a gun. Okay? One of the kids was like, oh my god, he has a gun. Didn't have a gun. No. I'm legal. I don't even own a gun yet. But he's like, oh my god, he has a gun. And one of the kids like, it wasn't me, it wasn't me, it wasn't me. And then and the other kids are just laughing. So maybe like 10 minutes later, a kid and his mom comes back. They're talking to my next door neighbor, or the next door neighbor to the daycare, or whatever. And I see the kid, and I recognize the kid. I'm like, why would he bring his mom over here, So I went downstairs, and it was his mom, him, and his dad. I'm thinking it's his dad. And his dad had I think it's I don't know what kind of gun it was. I know it's a 9mm. About that big. About that long. About that big. It was one of the, I don't know the name of the small guns. I'm sorry. But, his dad had it and put it back in his pocket. And I'm like, excuse me, are you looking for me? She's like, yeah. She's like, did you pull a gun on my son? I'm like, what? She's like, did you pull a gun on my son? I'm like, no, ma'am. I'm like, one of your kids or some of the kids that was with him broke my back gate. I thought it was my window, so I came down and looked, but that's about it. I didn't pull a gun on anybody. And she like, well, my son said you put a gun on him. I'm like, I did not pull a gun on your son. And like, I guess, I don't know if it's his brothers, his cousins, whatnot, I don't care. They came out the alley or whatever, and he was like, man, you put a gun on my brother or cousin. He's like, is that him? Is that him? And I'm like, he was like, yeah, that's him. I'm like, man, I'm telling you, I did not pull a gun on your cousin. The only gun I have is an airsoft gun. And I didn't even take that outside because it's just dumb to take an airsoft gun outside. Well, anyways, so the kids, like one of the kids, he like, is that him? And he like right in front of me. And I'm talking to the mother on the side of him. And he tried to swing, and I think it was the father or the mother that grabbed his arm the first time. They're like, no. And then he swung again. I kind of ducked. I'm like, man, I swear, I did not pull a gun on your little brother. And I kind of stepped back. And anybody that knows me and watch my videos knows I know martial arts. I didn't want to do anything to cause me to get shot, basically, because his dad did have a gun, or the guy did have a gun, the older guy did have a gun. So I kind of stepped back, like, I'm telling you, I did not pull a gun on the kid. And then the kid swung again. I'm like, I ducked again. And then the other bigger kid came on the, I don't know if they were kids or teenagers, but I really don't care. He came up on the side of him. He swung. I kind of ducked him. Like, I'm telling you, I did not swing. He swung again. I kind of grabbed him around his waist, and then the other one kind of punched me in the side of the ribs, whatever. I don't know. So I'm like, man, I'm kind of moving back, pushing off me. Like, I just moving back like this, like trying to block both of their hits, and just pushed them off me, pushed them to the chest, and I'm like, man, I don't do anything. So I kind of grabbed one of them around the waist, like the skinny one, grabbed him around the waist, and I kind of like pushed him. And then a big one came. I kind of like tried to push him, that wasn't working, and then they just started swinging. And if you ever seen a black person fight, or I don't know how to put this, ganger banger fight, they swing like this. Just all swing all wild, swing like this, whatever, swing like this, stuff like that. Swing like this, go like none of them swing like the regular, like somebody in martial arts would do. So I'm just bagging up, and I'm like, finally, I kind of get against my neighbor's house, and I couldn't move back no more. So I kind of like block my face, whatever, and they just swinging, swinging, swinging. And I just kind of get down to like in the corner like this, sit down. Like I'm telling you, I did not hit you hard, I did not pull a gun on your brother, whatever. Just block my face, and they're swinging, they kicking, whatnot. And then the mother, I'm guessing was the mother, I don't know, said stop, 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 and pulled him off, whatever. And I'm like, I finally got up, and they ran across the street, and I'm like, she like, well, you shouldn't have did, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. I'm sitting outside calm. It's kind of cold outside. Not really cold, but I'm sitting outside. I'm like, ma'am, I got an adrenaline rush too. So, like, ma'am, I did not put a gun in your son. And if I did have a gun, have a carriage permit, no matter what, not for Illinois, but I do have a carriage permit. I know the law in Illinois and Indiana. If I did have a gun, I do have the right to go and protect my property. You know, even though it's like not my property, but I do stay here. And if I feel a threat for my life, if I did have a gun, yes, I would have. You know, I wouldn't have walked outside with it for one. I would have walked around the house to make sure the windows was okay. You know, that's what I would have done. But I went outside and saw a bunch of kids. I'm like, oh, okay, hopefully they didn't break window. So I walked around back window. So I'm sitting there talking to the mother or whatever, and she's like, well, my son said you did it. I'm like, well, I didn't do it, man. So I'm just sitting there talking to him, and I let her know. I'm like, the two boys that call themselves jumping me, I did not do anything back. I'm like, you saw, I did not swing back. I moved back. Ma'am, if I wanted to, I could have defended myself. And she like, yeah, I know. I'm like, you don't know. Like, why would you, if your son tell you somebody has a gun, why wouldn't you call the police, have the police bring you over to their house and try to talk to the person, and let the police search your house for a gun, instead of you bringing your two nephews or whatnot, whoever, and your husband or a boyfriend, whatever he is, with a gun. You cannot carry a gun, and I'm guaranteed his gun was illegal. She said she has a gun license, she knows the law. I'm like, well, if you know the law, I didn't say this, but I was thinking, if you know the law, why he has a gun, you know, in his pocket? But I'm like, well, ma'am, I promise you, I did not pull a gun on your son. I talked to the little kid, I talked to the sixth grader or whatever. I'm like, did I point a gun at you? He like, yeah. I'm like, no, think about it. You heard the boy say he has a gun. He has a gun. Fat, light-skinned boy. But you didn't see me pull a gun on you anybody. I did not point, pull, nothing. And he was like, well, I'm like, well, if you did and I did scare you, I'm sorry. But I didn't pull a gun on you. I don't even have my guns here. I said I don't have my guns here, but I don't have any guns. But they don't even know that. But I'm like, ma'am, if I wanted to defend myself, I could have. Now, you guys on YouTube know what I carry. Right hand side, pocket knife. Just so happened today, I was carrying this. My Smith & Wesson I think it's a butterfly, or a double-sided blade, serrated, and straight edge. This I know how to fight with. Okay. Now if I wanted to, I could have defended myself. To God, I could have used lethal force if necessary. I did not fight back. I didn't do anything. Now, my friend said I should call the cops. I said there was no need to call the cops. You know, I didn't get hurt. I'm perfectly fine. You know, she said she apologized for them jumping on me, but what would I have done? It was my little brother or something like that. And I thought about it. I wouldn't have jumped them. I probably would have called the cops. Knowing me, you know, knowing the laws and stuff, I would have called the cops. But my brothers, like my older brothers, I know what they would have done. They would have done the same thing they did. So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, ma'am, I tell you I did not pull a gun on your son, and if I did scare him, I apologize. And I told her, if your son ever needs anything, let me know. I stay right here. I'm always here. And you know, but I did not pull a gun on your kid. You know. So, knowing me, half you guys just said I should have fought back. I'm guaranteed that's probably what most of you guys are thinking. You should have fought back. But I see no point in fighting back when it's two guys and and then a third guy standing there with a 9mm in his pocket. You know, I fight back. I beat the crap out of both of them. Then he shoots me. I see no point in that. You know. so I just let it happen. I think you can see my face. No black eyes. No bloody lips. Just old scars on my face from my older brother beating the crap out of me when I was younger. See, I'm probably fine. I probably have a couple of scars on my elbow. Probably maybe a scar right there. I feel like I got like a little blood clot here on my hand. It's probably from scraping the ground or whatnot, but I'm perfectly fine. I don't have a headache. Probably had a scrape on my arm. I think I had like a scrape on my knee. I haven't looked yet, but I'm perfectly fine. You know, I went out with my friends exactly afterwards, so that's how I know it's fine. You know? But feel free to leave comments, whatever. Let me know what you think I should have done. I know most of you guys should have said, probably gonna say I should have called the cops, but I felt no need for it. It's perfectly fine. Well, that's it. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.